Alright, part 2
Pause button.
of
Volume,
the
0%.
stories.
Double tap to activate.
So, there is a couple that Colton has told me about himself. Eighth grade year was probably a tough one as well because I had to leave him to graduate, to go to high school. When graduation happened, it was tough for me because me and this other specific friend, we'll call her Cassidy. She was friends with someone that I know Colton doesn't even be friends with, all because of his situation. I will tell in a little bit. But Cassidy and I were graduating, Christopher was graduating, and a couple of other friends. And, it was tough. She broke down because she couldn't say goodbye to one of her friends, and then that got me triggered, and we had our annual party with everybody, and Colton was writing a note to Christopher. It was tough because I knew he was holding back emotions. And then it was like we kept in touch a lot up until the Go Ball tournament, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard already. We had our Go Ball tournament, yearly tournament, and then I was working the concession stand for about an hour, and then I thought I heard someone call my name, but I couldn't figure out who, and finally, like, a second later, I hear, "Is Brianna here?" My heart dropped. I said, and then I hear our counselor, we'll call her Miss Gina. She's like, yeah, she's at the concession stand working though. And I lost it. Colton came around the corner. I was like, oh my God. It had been almost a year since we've seen each other. A year. I had to miss his birthday party that he was having November 3rd of 2016 because my grandparents had a miscommunication with, I guess Colton had some problems that he was talking to me about, and like, I don't know, it got out of control. So like, my grandma at the time just stopped us for a little bit. Not really me, but like, I guess him. And then we didn't actually start talking until like November. Christopher was at his party and I couldn't be there. So that kind of bothered me, knowing that I missed his 13th, 14th, and 15th birthday. Wait, no. I was involved for his 16th birthday? Shit. Yeah, 16th and 17th. No, 15 and 16. So I've only missed like 2 out of, yeah. So, and then fast forward to January, I had hand surgery and we stopped talking again, me and Colton, over some stupid stuff that my grandma found out on my YouTube between me
Processing
and him.
requests. Voicemail requests are processing.
She took it as if he was bashing me. But when I called on January 24th, that evening, he was upset that he couldn't be involved of the whole hand surgery. felt bad not telling him. This was 2017. Now, as time went on, it was tough for me in high school. I dealt with a lot of people before Colton finally came in 2018. It was his freshman year, and it was my junior year. It turned out to be my last year in Addison Trail. By the time he arrived at Addison Trail, it was a roller coaster for all of us. And a lot of things went down. Uh,
0:06 and 34 seconds.
Now, my 18th birthday,
Double tap to activate.
Colton bought me a beautiful chocolate cake with a bird on it. He got that from another teacher of mine. I'll just call her Miss Katie. She was a well-known baker in our school, well, in the division program. And she had did all that for us. That was sweet. So on my 18th birthday, I came in and the room was kind of partially decorated. The classroom. And then at lunch we had cake and stuff. It was nice. A week after that, on September 15th, I had wanted to go surprise him at his house. He didn't know what was going on, and my mom had to secretly message for his address and stuff. And asked if he was at home, and he was getting all nervous, why, what's going on? And we wouldn't tell him for a good hour until we got there. So after all that, we decided to go to homecoming that evening. It was fun. It was a night to remember. We jammed out. He incidentally spilled water onto my phone. I had it tucked into my dress, and it got all in the phone case and stuff. I was like, dude, if my grandmother finds that out, they're gonna kill me. But luckily, I took everything off real quick enough to dry it off, and it was weird. So that was a fun time. And then that's when I had all the surgeries and all. So while that was happening, Colton and a friend of ours got into fights about me. I kind of wished I would have stopped everything, or else Colton would have never ended up where he ended up at. The last straw hit after I had my last procedure to prevent eye infections. Him and this other friend, not Christopher, somebody else were fighting. I guess somebody had made some remarks. And I was a good friend to that friend too, and that kind of bothered me that they had a fight and argue. Colton literally screamed the whole lunchroom and everybody was like quiet. He got into someone's face, he got into my other friend's face. I'm like, dude, you're like screaming, and I couldn't stop him. I think if I would have stopped him, he probably would have turned around and got me, like, lashed out at me. Another teacher of ours, Miss Katie and somebody else or whatever, came down, and I just seen what was going on. Took him out, and then Miss Gina, our counselor, she wanted to talk to me. I said, I try not to be no part of it, but I had to tell her from my side what happened. I was like, this is so, like, stupid. Like, nobody can get along. So he ended up in a school for behavioral problems. It was tough on me because it was like a couple days shy of his birthday, and I had to cancel my original plans that I had for him, was to bring in a cake for him to school on Halloween, that Wednesday, week after. And I couldn't because he got transferred. So I ended up going to his house the night before, Tuesday, October 30th of 2018. We went out to dinner, and that was nice. It's tough talking about all these because I know it's not the same no more. I can't go back. So we kind of went to his house first so we can kind of get settled in real quick, and then his mom took us, and then my mom and her mom left. A month later, I went to go see him again in like mid-November, and yeah, it was nice. We had fun hanging out in late November. This was when he was still transferred. They were supposed to give him a 30-day trial at this other school.
0, 14, and 20. Stop.